How Tesla will solve its big autopilot problem. Have you ever wondered on how Tesla plans to address one of its greatest concerns about its autopilot function? The automaker has run across several roadblocks in its efforts to make its vehicles perfectly self-driving. Take a seat, relax, and enjoy as we examine how Tesla would or will address their major issue in the future. Don't touch that dial. When we need to do specific jobs, machines come in handy. They're so much more useful if they can operate independently. And fortunately, in today's time, machines, like any other, are very intelligent since they've been programmed and taught to work on their own. They can see, hear, and even converse by displaying text or using speech. The automobile sector is not immune to these advances, and companies like Tesla have made a name for themselves by producing completely automated vehicles that can drive themselves without any human intervention, unless you would like to. Tesla has had some of the worst moments in their car-making history when one of their cars failed and killed a person. This was on May 7, 2016, when a 40-year-old man named Joshua Brown was killed when his Tesla Model S sedan collided with a tractor-trailer that was crossing his path on US Highway 27A near Williston, Florida. Nearly 3 years later, another Tesla owner, 50-year-old Jeremy Barron Banner, was also killed on a Florida highway under eerily similar circumstances. His Model 3 collided with a tractor-trailer that was crossing his path, shearing the roof off in the process. These two scenarios show some commonness since they both were as a result of a tractor passing before the cars. There was another major similarity. Both drivers were found by investigators to have been using Tesla's advanced driver assist system, Autopilot, at the time of their respective crashes. We can all confess that this is an urgent problem that must be addressed, or else the trend will continue, resulting in the waste of valuable resources and making roads even less safe than they are today. But how will they deal with the problem that has claimed the lives of so many people? Manufacturers are typically evasive when it comes to safety concerns. With a few exceptions, they refuse to respond to questions about how their self-driving cars would behave in unexpected situations. Given that every answer may be questioned, this is understandable. There is no obvious solution to a real issue, so why play the losing game? However, we may infer how a manufacturer would deal with these hypothetical problems, which provides insight into real-world scenarios. Patent filings, real-world behavior in comparable situations, and other clues may all be utilized to figure out what's going on. For example, a recent lawsuit filed against Tesla may reveal how Tesla's self-driving cars will cope with the notorious trolley problem in ethics. But how does Tesla Autopilot work? It all starts on the automatic emergency braking, which is standard on all Tesla Model X cars and has been on Model S vehicles since March 2015, where the vehicle computer uses the forward-looking camera and radar sensors to calculate the distance from objects in front of the vehicle. Automatic emergency braking is intended to automatically apply the brakes to minimize the severity of a frontal accident when it's deemed inevitable. However, Tesla has designed the system to deactivate when it gets instructions to drive full speed into a fixed object via the accelerator pedal. Tesla confirmed this when it stated that automatic emergency braking will only operate between 5 miles per hour and 85 miles per hour, but that the vehicle will not apply the brakes automatically, or will stop applying the brakes in situations where you are taking action to avoid a potential collision. Several complaints submitted with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration depict Tesla accidents into parked cars. Even if they aren't instances of failure, they demonstrate that AEB may deactivate even if a vehicle or other specified item is spotted ahead. In certain cases, user testing shows that AEB does not avoid accidents with pedestrians. This may be due to a bug or by design. To address this issue, which has mostly impacted Tesla vehicles, the automaker must return to the drawing board and improve the AEB technology. Many engineers think that this would be a one-time fix for some of the most frequent errors that cause accidents when these vehicles are in autopilot mode. Engineers believe that AEB's deference to human control, even when a pedestrian is in the way, is not being used as effectively as it should be, for reasons such as not wanting to trap a driver in an unsafe situation if AEB responded to false positives, which have happened without allowing for a manual override. The specifics of when AEB is intended to function are still a little unclear without further clarification from Tesla, which has even confused its consumers. It's possible that AEB activates even if the human is in full control, but that is if the driver maintains a foot on the accelerator AEB rapidly backs off. That is, will cease applying the brakes, and this wouldn't alter the reasoning above. However, even if the AEB system is upgraded to intervene or second-guess a driver's actions, ethical issues remain, such as how the system prioritizes the worth of various lives, including its customers. Again, there's no clear path to take here, and anyone will need defense, and the necessity for this technical remark highlights the need for greater transparency from manufacturers to minimize the conjecture that naturally arises when there's a knowledge gap. Having reached that point, I'd like to wrap it up. Thank you, and I hope you liked this video. Bye for now, and we'll see you in the next one.